happy to introduce you this design gym. It's the first activity we define with the POLI.design in order to having inside the design strategic master a specific moment, 5-6 days, focus on gymming and training, tools, brief, approach, marathon related to the strategic design approach. This before starting the specific company labs. It was a pleasure deciding to have 3 generations of strategic designers have a master here in the gym. Me, an old people, Margherita Paleari, which is a strategic designer coming from the Politecnico di Milano educational path, and Victor Lopez Mascarena, which was students inside the same master a few years ago. It's quite interesting to understand how we and the other master designers decided to define the specific phases of this process, but probably it's better that they are going to define for me.
The kickoff event of this Method Gym path was a super funny day. Not only because we had aperitivo, but also because it was a good opportunity for us, a great opportunity actually, to get in touch with professionals from the design consultancy group. This helped us not only in getting in touch with what design consultancy means, but also gave us many examples, instances of methodologies actually used in the design consultancy work. It was the perfect first day for a cool marathon the last 5 days. It was super engaging. It took a lot of effort, but it was super fun in there.
One topic that we studied during this method gym was the design thinking process. We deep dived into what the whole design thinking process is and what are the steps involved, right from empathizing to what the brief is, understanding the brief, to ideating, as well as prototyping those ideas and then implementing, testing those ideas. So these were the steps which were involved. But for these steps, we needed design tools, right from persona mapping to SWOT analysis to affinity mapping to the 6 thinking hats. And I guess these tools were really helpful for us to structure our design process, the design thinking process.
The brief day was a really interesting day because Victor and Margarita helped us to understand, thanks to their experience, how to do it better. It was a really nice day because they gave us different companies to understand the real need and also to realize that with the brief we can understand what are for real their needs. Overall, was a nice experience, and I believe in the future it's something that is going to help me to be a better designer.
Being part of this method gym has been really interesting because we have been able to be part of the entire process, from the beginning of the creation of the brief to delivering a final solution. It has also been really interesting how we've been developing our teamwork experience, because we are also preparing for the planning and organization phases. So an overall experience has been really enriching for our learning process.
The main goal for the Method Gym was to help all the students to have a more clear understanding of the design process and to be more aware of all design phases, being able to get the most out of their skills by actually knowing how to deal with each phase. So I'm very happy to see their improvement during these days, and I think they put a lot of commitment and passion in the work, and for all of us it has been very interesting and positive.
And I think that this workout with the students of the whole process in each step will be really helpful for them for the next workshops that they'll be doing with real companies and also in their professional life and their work experience.